If you've been watching the channel lately, you probably noticed we're missing a goat. Juniper is our meat goat Nigerian dwarf dairy goat cross, and she has been off the farm for several months now at her boyfriend's place, and it's time to go pick her up. You might notice the top of this kennel is caved in. And the reason for that is goats. It's always fun moving animals around because we don't like to do it in the truck when we can avoid it, mostly because it's a family affair and my family doesn't fit in my truck. And so we end up putting our critters in the back of an SUV, which, you know, works out great. You're so daggone pretty. What are we doing?
Going to pick up our goat.
All right, so in lieu of some kind of big reveal about where we're at and where our goat's at, I don't even care. We're at Sage and Stone Homestead. Juniper's been over here for a few months and we're walking through the garden before dark. And this is a cucamelon. It's a cucumber that, I mean, it's... Who even knew that was a thing? It's fantastic.
Megan doesn't like it. If you like cucumbers, you would like it. Here, Reagan, smell this. You don't have to like it.
That's the armpit melon, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. So Heather and Levi over here in their garden, she's been growing, it's a Kajari, right? But
Yes.
this is a hybrid.
It's a Kajari mixed with a Charente melon, which is a lot like a cantaloupe.
Yeah.
And it tastes like a tomato, so you wouldn't like it.
Yeah, and she's been lovingly referring to it in her videos as the armpit melon.
Yeah.
And I now see why. It's not because of the color, it's because of the nice
Smell.
It's got a musk. We took the opportunity since, you know, we're coming over here to pick our goat up. We went and had dinner. We brought our beef that we raised, and it's just a great opportunity to hang out with some friends. And now we're walking through the garden here before dark, trying some different things because we're new gardeners. They've been doing it a little bit longer.
Not super long, but since 2019 we've been having gardens here.
Which is longer than we've been doing it. And so we're getting to sample different things. I tried a gooseberry, which was way more tomato-y than I would think you would get out of a berry.
Technically it's a ground cherry.
Either way, it's good. And yeah, it's like trying stuff, and it's, I don't know, a lot of fun. Everything's fun. I love doing what we do. This is just great. So do bees settle down at night for the most part? Like if you get near the hive during that time?
You can't go up to them with like a flashlight unless it's red.
Okay, that makes
But
sense.
right now we're fine.
Yeah.
The girls are nice right now because they're on a nectar flow. When they're not on a nectar flow, they're not nice.
The thing with me, I've never liked tomatoes my entire life. My dad grew them. He was great. He loved tomatoes, and I just never have liked them. And I've decided because they're, would you say they're easy to grow or easier to grow than
Tomatoes?
other things? Tomatoes, yeah.
It depends on the variety.
Well.
Tomatoes can be very easy. This one grew just because I didn't try to grow them.
Basically, I've decided if I'm going to be a real homesteader, I'm going to have to learn how to like tomatoes.
Yeah.
And so I'm forcing myself to try different ones. Now, what kind did you say this is?
This is, God, what is it called? It volunteered in here.
Well, okay, well, regardless.
It's a spoon tomato. I think it's called a yellow currant tomato. It's very punchy in its flavor, but it's yellow, and yellow tomatoes, usually people who don't like red tomatoes like a yellow tomato.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. I don't know if I like it.
He lied.
But it's good. It seriously is good. No, it's the thing is,
Oh, there's all kinds of different
it
ones.
tastes like a tomato, and it's not bad. It's, again, I've spent however many years of my life since I started like eating food,
Yeah, that's a pear tomato.
not loving tomatoes, and yet here I am. I'm trying them. I'm trying to, you know, expand my horizons a little bit. Megan won't try them.
They got me on that
All right.
cucamelon.
So this is this the habanada?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not heatless, but it's not going to kill you. Levi said it's like Mike Tyson gears up to punch you, and then he doesn't.
That's how I described it.
That's what he said, and I was like, man, my camera wasn't rolling at the time.
Yeah,
but it's perfect.
It's a habanero with no heat. I mean, not no heat, but
It's got
basically no heat.
That's the flavor that you can't taste in a habanero because of the heat. Isn't it good? Do you want to
It's
try this?
so surprising.
Okay,
I'm serious.
it's like-
Seriously. Seriously.
I don't like heat, and I like those. I have plenty if you don't feel like eating them.
I told you, I didn't lead you astray with the heatless jalapenos.
It's kind of sweet.
Isn't it? It's fruity.
Yeah.
It's weird.
This gal will not eat anything spicy at all. Very heat intolerant. It's not hot. It's a habanada. Habanada.
And then
That works.
You got it. Say hi, Havoc.
All right. Goat wrangling. Done. Juniper, you got to walk, baby. We're going home. Juniper doesn't even look like the same goat. Her coat has completely changed. Not completely, but a lot. And we caught Havoc.
Thank you.
Yeah. No,
It's so impossible. I knew that if we had extra hands, that would get it.
Yeah. He did good.
Havoc,
He's
you
a
need
good
your
boy.
copper. Come on.
Okay. Juniper.
Please tell me you got that on camera.
I got most of it. Come on, Junie. You're going home. To your home. What do you think? I don't know when Disney's going to call to put you in the next role of She-Hulk. Morning, stinky boy. Before we turn the goats out this morning, I want to make sure they've got enough pasture to eat on. We use a Premier 1 electric net fence to rotate them around through our pastures. And after about a week, they've eaten it down to a point where they need to be moved. Well, it's been about a week. So last year we didn't have a good way to move these guys around, and so we have a lot of standing blue stem grass that was left from last year. And we don't want our pastures to look like that. So we want it to be more like this where it's already been grazed down, but we're just gonna flip this fence, put them right there, and we'll be good to go. I'm not sure they're going to get a full week out of that. It doesn't look like it's grown back all that thick. We still haven't had much rain. We had a week or two after a drought. It had a week or two where we got quite a bit of rain, and now we need it again. And it's probably coming today, so I don't even know if the goats are going to make it out. Goats hate rain. If we know it's going to rain, if we think it's going to rain like later in the day, we'll go ahead and put them out. But on a day like today, when it's already thundering, we'll see. But it's ready for them. It's ready for them, but I forgot the bucket, the water bucket. All right, now back to the barn. Well, there's the rain. Looks like we're feeding hay today. Hey, Pearl. And here's little Miss Junie. We put June in the kidding stall last night. It basically makes a really nice isolation pen. So if we ever come into a time like now where a goat's been away, or maybe a goat's been sick, or for whatever reason a goat might need to be kept away from the general population, kept away from Gen Pop, the kidding stall actually makes a great way to keep them in here. It's got this welded wire fence on it, so the goats can see each other through it. They can get acclimated, they can smell each other. But it gives Juniper a chance to return to our herd without putting a lot of stress on her. Brandy there, she likes to headbutt anything she doesn't care for. She likes to headbutt it through the fence, through the stall. And she doesn't do anything, but I was up there working on the fence, you could just hear this thud, 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 thud. So it's good for her, especially since she's carrying some little ones. Everybody a chance to get back to know each other. But our Junie girl, you have changed so much since you were last here. Your colors are different, you've grown, you've got some babies. Looks like you need some new water. The work truly never stops, but that's all right. We wouldn't have it any other way. Huge thank you to Heather and Levi and their family at Sage and Stone Homestead for taking such good care of our girl while she was in their stead. And if you haven't already and you're enjoying this type of homestead content, make sure you go over to their channel and subscribe. They're doing great things, and just tell them we sent you. It's been great becoming friends with them. So it's time to go see what the rest of the day holds for us. My name's Reagan. This is the GWP Homestead. We'll see y'all soon.